Right, Fergal, happy New Year! Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year. So, here's the crack. Here is the crack. Two live tests might have sucked up all my all my viewers. So yes, guys, it's New Year's Eve. Nobody is watching, as far as I can tell. So I am going to draw some pictures. Drawing pictures, drawing pictures, drawing pictures. I wish there was this mixtures. I'll give my attention. Good to banana. Happy New Year! How's it going? John, how's it going? What's the crack? Tell me this, John, is Poppy and Frankel with you there? I believe somebody has a birthday today. It's not me. Mine's soon, but it's not today. Frankel, happy birthday. 8? Did I hear through the grapevine that you are 8 today? Did I? That's amazing. That's amazing. 8. Soon you'll be as old as Wally. That's old. That's old and old and old and old. So, guys, it's Angry Dracalope. How's it going? Roddy, John, Dracalope. Yeah, I know it's tough. It's 9 o'clock is a tough one. I think maybe I sort of arranged these for 9 o'clock so that I could have all my stuff out of the way. Not really thinking that people. I'm good, John. I'm good. How's things over in Mayo? It's wild here today. No snow. Well, we had a little bit of snow this morning. Like, I mean, a skiff, like a mill of snow. But we went out sledding. As you do, you know. So we went out the back. We took Bruno out. I thought, you know, it's one of those things that when you look out, it looks like there's a bit of snow, but when you get out in it, there's actually less. Oh no, you light the fire. My fire has been lit. No, I haven't even looked at it, John. I haven't even looked at it. My mate had it going before. There's a story behind that saw, you know. So it's actually my uncle's saw, right? And my uncle died, and I actually was up in my uncle's shed. My uncle used to do reclaimed timber and worked a lot with demolishing factories and shipping all the stuff home from the factories, like big, huge 60, 80 foot beams, and we would make them into flooring. So take all the nails out of them and cut them in half, and then in half, and then in half, and then in half, and put them through a big machine that would tongue and groove them, and we'd sell it as reclaimed flooring. But I don't know where he got that saw from. I think he picked it up for like 100 quid somewhere. It's a like I before I put the pictures up, I knew that it was a British Army chainsaw. That was about it. I had somebody online to me talking about it before, and they were throwing around £1,000 prices and stuff like that, and I was like, but anyway, it's not mine, it's my auntie's. So I want to fix it up and get it going. We might lose electricity here, guys. It's lights are flashing. She, like, it's a beast, you know. My mate Big Al had it, and the compression on it is mental. I don't even know if I'll be able to turn it over to get it started, like so. And there could be an issue with the starter cable as well. But he said he had it going. I think maybe he had to inject fuel straight into the cylinder and then put the plug back in. I don't know. Does that even make sense? I'd love to get it out for a run. It would be cool. It would be really, really good crack. I think it's an 81 or an 82 cc saw. It's a big saw. 10 cc's more than a Frankensaw. It's not that heavy, actually. It's not that heavy. Stephen, kinetic splitters. Oh no. Oh no, Jackalope, that's terrible. Kinetic splitters. I have considered all types of splitters, but thanks Roddy, same to you, for the amount of splitting work that I do to buy a splitter is a lot. You know, kinetic splitters are insane. I did have Oregon on to me about giving me a splitter that came from Splitter Wars and stuff like that, but it was Oregon and the USA were very keen on it, but Oregon Europe weren't that keen. I don't know if there's that much of a market for splitters over here to give me one to use on the channel. And that's where the Oregon chains and the bar came about for the Frankensaw, because when we got into the nitty-gritty of Oregon trying to get me a splitter, so Oregon contacted me and said that they wanted to give me, you know, do you want to use a lug splitter for the next Splitter Wars made by Oregon? I was like, actually, and it wasn't Splitter Wars that it came about. It was my video on the brush cutting blade. Do you remember that one? Yeah, Roddy. Axes are cool, man. Axes are cool. You know, axes are like knives. There's something about them, you know? There's that, I don't know, there's that connection between man and cutting tool, I think. It's like the same connection as in man and fire. So, you know, I love knives. I love axes. I love the simplicity of them. Do you know what I mean? It just is what it is, and it works perfectly. No, you can't drag it up. Just put all your clothes on, all of them, and then take pictures and make a video of you walking around the house with like 10 t-shirts, 10 jump. 7 people watching, 1 thumbs up. So hit that thumbs up. Now tell me this, guys. 2020, huh? 2020. What a mental year. A mental year. 2020 started for me with me losing, me not being a brand ambassador. Losing is the wrong word. With me no longer being a brand ambassador for Ridgeline. It was short and sweet. 1 year, I think I got out of it. And it just sort of, it's been a roller coaster. It's been very crazy. It's been, obviously there's all the whole COVID thing and stuff like that. But there was serious amount of YouTube for me in 2020. More than I, oh, it's even hard to, night night guys. Night night Poppy and Frankel, happy birthday my man. Thanks for watching Wally's World, and happy new year to you. Indiana Doug, what did you say there? Ah, can't find your thing. Happy 2021. I was reading somewhere. 1. Like we lost. So here we are, guys, on the eve of 2021, and we are in a 6-week lockdown. Happy New Year, Kieran. A 6-week lockdown for us. Same in the south as well. So, you know, I live in the north of Ireland, guys. I'm very close to the border, but we are considered 2 separate countries. So I run under UK law, and the guys half a mile down the road from me are under Republic of Ireland law. So 2 different jurisdictions, two different rules. Basically, what is happening, guys, is that in the north at the minute, now waiting to hear this for ridiculousness, right? So we are not allowed to meet outside with anybody outside our actual house, right? So, but my cousin lives in Dundalk, which is 5 miles away, which is in the Republic of Ireland, and she is allowed to meet outside with. This is they know no borders. They know no borders. That's the way I would look at it. So, but anyway, listen, yeah, vaccines and stuff and all this. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't, guys. And I don't want to turn this into an anti-vaccine thing. I am. Check this out, guys. I want you to guess the beverage. Non-alcoholic. My Christmas treat to myself is I buy a couple of bottles of this. No, it's not Dr. Pepper. I buy a couple of bottles of this for myself every Christmas. Or Siobhan buys them for me. The only other time I would drink this. Yes. How did you know, Kieran? Yeah, the only other time I get to drink it is in the States. You can get it in Sainsbury's. You can order it from Sainsbury's delivery, but you can't actually get it in Sainsbury's here. So, yeah, it's root beer. How'd you know that? Nobody ever gets that. I love root beer. It's like my favorite drink. I know, crazy, huh? So what's everybody up there? Who is there? Who has already gone into 2021? It is a random one. Who has made it? Who's coming up the stairs? Hi, Evie. Hello. What's the crack? Yes, you can. Do you know where it is? It's underneath the TV, okay? Yes, but who can? Come on. Coronavirus. Evie's coming up. Say hello, guys. Evie's coming up. Say hello. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, that's just a bit rude. Say hello and you be nice.
Hello. Hello.
Shot a leopard today, Ella. Move your head over this way towards me. Yeah, it's rough out there, Kieran. Come on in. Oh, at 4:10 p.m. Jeez, you're only you're 6 hours behind us. We are, well, it's only 9:15, so it's New Year's Eve, isn't it, Evie?
Yeah.
Yes, New Year's Eve, guys. We wake up tomorrow morning and it's going to be 2021. What will 2021 bring us? Doug says you're a doll. He says you're like a doll. 7 or 5, nearly 6?
6, nearly 7.
6, nearly 7. I did already. I already was talking to Frankel and Poppy, but they have gone to bed now. They're not going to stay up for New Year's. The girls are going to stay up for New Year's. No problem, John. Hang on, I see if I can find you. Nice. Thanks, my cluttered garage. Thanks very much, Ed. Say hi. No, Roddy said hi, Evie. So you say hi, Roddy.
Hi, Roddy.
Hi, Roddy. Yeah. Thanks, Brian. Thanks. All the best from Ireland. All the best from Ireland. We got people from all over the world here. Okay, shout out where you're from, guys. Let's show Evie. Thank you very much, Good Country Living. Jen79, guys, shout out where you're from. Just do a roll call there so Evie can see all the different people from all over the world.
England.
Yeah, the Dracalope's from England. Madhop88, Good Country Life is from Ontario, Canada. Who else is from Canada that we know?
Buckin.
Buckin's from Canada. He sure is. What do you call Buckin?
Uncle.
Just tell them, not me.
Uncle Buckin.
Uncle Buckin. Evie loves Buckin. Evie sent Buckin a Christmas card. I don't even know if he's got it yet. Lenan, do you know what? Lannan is amazing. Poppy and Frank will say hello.
Hello.
I know Uncle Buckin. She loves him. As soon as I put him on, she'd be like, "Is that Uncle Buckin?" And she'd go over and sit down and watch him. Indiana Doug's from the North Pole. Santa is his neighbour. I think maybe he might be telling Porky Pies. He might be telling a joke there. What do you think? I missed a few there, guys. Sorry. Fife in Scotland. What did Roddy say there? New Jersey. Lannan is a beautiful place. The girls are from Mayo. That's where Lannan is, in County Mayo.
Saying hello to Frank and Poppy.
Say that again? Oh, say hello to Frank and Pop.
Yeah, I'm saying hello to Frank and Poppy and tell them that I said hello.
Okay. Cool. Stephen, can you say that to me again about your kinetic splitters? I did look into them a little bit about, guys. You guys in the States know more about these splitters than I ever will. You have used so much more of them. So are they worth it? You know, they are X. Bye, Evie. I'll be down in a little while. Okay. Such a wee pet. If you guys weren't here, she'd be like punching me in the face and all and kicking me. See you later. High five. Guys, kinetic splitters in general are not something.
Goodbye.
Good man, Grumpy Toe. County Monaghan. But you'd rather be in County Armagh. That's because we are the best county in Ireland. Not at football or hurling or anything like that. We're just the best. Doug, you're a lunatic. Thank you very much. Root beer for Wally. Yes, Bruce, my kinetic splitter, guys, is Bruce. So somebody, guys, I've had a lot of questions about Bruce. Your trim, Jesus, we're all over the place. Indiana Doug, thank you very much. Bruce, Doug, my splitter is a Hultafors splitter. It's the Hultafors splitting sledge. It's one of these Scandinavian style splitters. It's very long and sort of. Thanks, John. It's sort of a funny shape on it. If you look back through the videos, we did a naming thing for it and everything, and I can't even remember why we called it Bruce. Definitely was a living dead thing there, Bruce Campbell, you know, but Evil Dead. Did I say living dead? I meant to say Evil Dead. But yeah, it's Siobhan got it for me for my birthday maybe 2 years ago. It's nice and groovy. Get over here and give Daddy some sugar. It's just a beautiful piece of steel, lovely piece of wood on it, very well made, and it's a sledge. I'll get back to that, John. I ended up getting a couple of Hultafors axes around about the same time, and very soon after that they went very upmarket, right? So, and I don't know what the difference is in the upmarket stuff. I don't know if it's, you know, if it's just the price or if it's any better, but because the stuff I have is fantastic. Doug, the axe I was doing the kindling with is a Hultafors axe as well. It's a Hultafors. It's called a hunter's axe, and it's this isn't it. This is my Buckin special, Doug. And this is a Grand Forge axe, but the difference between the hunter's axe and the normal axe is that this pawl is rounded, and it's rounded so that you can get it in underneath the skin when you're skinning deer. Bruce is about 2 kg. He's very light, very, very light. Douglas. Is your dad called Douglas? Let me see that there. Buckin, I won this on Buckin. It's a Buckin special. I think I've shown this before, Doug. You mightn't have been on that live one. I won this way. I don't even know. Maybe 6 years ago on Buckin. Let me think now. maybe 5 years ago. I tell you what happened was Buckin was doing he ran a competition to see who could give him the most amount of subscribers on YouTube by sharing his videos and sharing his pages, his channel across all different types of of social media, and I won it. And he shipped me this axe. The shipping was like $150 or something, but he called it kinky. He made this axe, right, and he had it there, and I was actually going to get a double bit off him, a Black Raven double bit, and I thought, you know, a wedge banger / bushcraft axe would be better suited to me and what I do with it, because I do have a double bit. I thought, you know what, I'll get that and it'll be nicer. And I got it, and it turned into a wall hanger as well. So, you know, beautiful axe. But the Hultifers are Hultbrooks, I think Buckin calls them. I think it's the same company. Oh my God, they make nice axes. Nice axes. Scandinavian steel, you know, just, I think Hultifers and Hultbrooks and Grandfors are all come from the same country, and they're all, you know, there's a lot of Edward Thomas, 1989. How's it going, boy? How's it going? Guys, there's a lot of similarities between them. I don't know which one is better. I really don't. I like Hultifers, you know, suits me. It's not the most expensive. It's very good quality. It's like one Chinese, one rebranded. I think I might buy one soon and do a video. Yes, Stephen. And if you can, send me a link. Thanks. No, you can't buy that at Walmart. Hilux is a good yoke. All good Swedish steel. Yes, that's the main thing. Like, so the steel is good. You know, and the thing is, guys, if you're spending any money on axes, any decent money on axes at all, you're generally going to get good steel. You know, so that's the way I find it, and it's the same with knives, guys. It's the same with knives. You know, so. But I found this the other day. It's been missing for about 6 months. I put stuff away. I have a habit of putting stuff away and then I lose it, and then I can't remember where I put it. I can't find it. I mean, like, for a long time. And it could be a fibro thing. Edward, I don't actually know. It was in for an MOT service there, Edward, and your man said it was brilliant. It was in great condition. I've actually paid to get it undersprayed, but I just haven't got round to getting it undersprayed yet. I've been too busy. Yeah, it's a good kit. That's the one I was on about, Jackalope. I couldn't find. So, but I tell you what, you got to watch out for on those Luxes. On the high Luxes, Edward, is the chassis mounts go. I had 2 chassis. Is connected by little pieces of tin that are like that thickness and bolted onto the body, and they rust out. And I didn't know what was going on. Talking to a guy who replaced them, took him half a day. You know, he welded angle iron in, made them like a million times better. You would honestly think, well, Rob, how's it going? The family's good. The family's downstairs watching TV. You just missed Evie. Lily will probably come up in a bit. You'd think that a company, and this is what I don't understand, right, is that these car manufacturers, right, they have been making vehicles for a long time, and some of the things they come up with are just ridiculous. Like, I don't know if you guys in the States have Nissan Navaras. Nissan Navara was a pickup that Nissan came out with here, and there was a whole big issue with the chassis snapping in half. So where the pickup bed is, you know, you'd put a weight in the back of the bed and they would just go and just snap in half. Do you know, a £30,000 piece of machinery would snap in half? I don't even know. Like, who gets fired for that one? Like, how many? Like, and they just recalled all the. I know a guy who works for Nissan. He was telling me the crack. So basically what they had done is they had got the chassis, and to make it lighter, they had put hollow bits in it, right? But the hollow bits were open to the elements. So they had basically put these tubes in them like this, but they were sealed at the bottom. So water would get in through the top in the chassis and just sit there and just rot right through it. But sure, anyway, what can you do? Bruno, what are you up there? A Navara. Well, you see, the issue was to do with the year. So what has happened is that they recalled them all. Doug, give me 2 seconds. They recalled them all and replaced them all. Apparently the new ones are good now. Yeah, so my business is Red Branch Bushcraft. That is what I do. So I have been an instructor or an outdoor of some description, guys, all my life. First aid, kayaking, canoeing, surfing, all that stuff. That's what me and my wife did. That's how we met. And we lived over on the west coast of Ireland. We moved back to the east coast, and I started a job dealing with online fraud for PayPal. They handle all the American market, Canadian market, UK, all that stuff. So if you have a problem with a PayPal payment, you ring PayPal, you'll be talking to somebody in Dundalk. So I worked there, and I was working 12 hours a day for 4 days a week, and I ended up doing discs in the bottom of my back, right? I think I was there about 9 months maybe. And so I had to leave. Well, I went on the sick for 6 months, and then I left. I didn't know what to do with myself. Went back and thought about all the things that used to make me happy when I was younger, and I used to do a lot of bushcraft, right? So bushcraft and I was into bushcraft at the time as well. But we never called it bushcraft. We just did it, you know, camping, building huts and lighting fires, being out in the woods and all that. And they really overthink it now by trying to simplify it into like forest bathing and stuff like that. It's just being outside. That's what normal people call it, you know. So I started up my own bushcraft company. I had no qualifications, no bushcraft qualifications, but I had plenty of outdoor experience and mountain rescue and first aid and remote first aid and all these different things. And so I set up my own programs, wrote all my own programs and stuff like that, and just started doing it. And then after about 2 years doing it, I went and got never stepped foot in Share Centre in my life, but I know a fair few people that have. And I then ended up, I went and did my level 3 advanced bushcraft then in Wicklow a couple of years ago, and yeah, and now that's what I do. It's quite seasonal. COVID has had a bit of an impact. It's quite seasonal, but I have a bushcraft club that would generally run Saturday and Sundays, so that'll be 3 hours a day, Saturday and Sunday. But in the summer, it's like 7 days a week for 10 weeks. I did it in Rathdrum, TP Adventures in Rathdrum, Rob, with Ed and TP. Buckin, you missed Evie. We were looking at your handiwork there. How's it going? Buckin, do you remember Kinky? Let me see, is that issue with the chassis mount. And last year I put, it's a 2011, last year I put a new exhaust, new brake discs, and stuff like that on it, and that was the first work that had been done since it was brand new. So yes, so that's why I started Red Branch. And believe it or not, Buckin, it was myself and Buckin had become friendly back at that stage, chatting online and stuff like that, and sending messages back and forward. And it was one of his videos about doing what you want to do and being yourself and living your dream that actually inspired me to start my own business, Red Branch Bushcraft. So I think you all need to say thank you, Buckin. And you know, that's That's why I do that on YouTube a lot. You know, a lot of people will mention to me on YouTube about, you know, they'll start talking about your channel and how it's doing, and they will say, oh, if you only did bushcraft, you know, you would have so many more subscribers, or if you would have so many more subscribers and stuff. And they'll say, but I don't only just do those things, I do a lot of stuff. You know, so that's the whole thing. Like, and that's the amazing thing about YouTube. And that's what it is. You know, I can, as long as I am happy, I can do whatever I want. Do you know what I mean? And that, you know, like, and that's it. And YouTube is a fickle beast, you know, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, guys. You know, I had a couple of videos come out at Christmas there that I had put a lot of work into, and a lot of thought and a lot of planning. Now, it might just be me sitting in front of a camera talking, blah, 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 blah. Ferro rods, ferro rods, ferro rods. But, guys, you know, and they didn't do very well. Well, you know, they were all right. But then I went out and cut up a couple of pallets the other day, and choo, #1 video. But listen, cutting up pallets is fun. Yeah, it's my own land. It's my own land, and I planted those trees. My uncle planted those trees, but I actually physically put them into the ground when I was about 16, which is another crazy story. But yeah, it's just all it's all a bit crazy, isn't it? And it's been a mad year for Red Branch. So I have a really good core of people that come to it, and it's so inclusive. This is the great thing I find about bushcraft. It's so inclusive. Now I worked in the outdoors. I spent 15 years there. So rough weather. Jesus, beautiful place. My God, on the Atlantic coast of Ireland, unreal. But you know, when the weather was bad, you know, it's bad. Thanks, John. Thanks. Happy New Year's, guys. And I prefer the term landlord, Roddy. Landlord. So listen, it's so inclusive, right? So I can rock down with anybody, and I have had kids in there that would have split me open, that would have split me and robbed me if they met me on the street. And all I have to do is, you know, spark that ferro rod and make a spark with a ferro rod and it just grabs them, you know. And you're showing them something. You're showing them something that they've never seen before, and then you're teaching them how to do it. And you know, like I've had kids come in there for a 10-week program that wouldn't even open their mouth, wouldn't speak. They just sit there, so timid. You know, Sky Zen, thank you very much. Happy New Year to you. They'd be so timid, like they wouldn't say anything. They're just too, you know. By the end of those 10 weeks, you know, they're in their element. You know, they're out there and they're knocking out a bow drill fire or something like that, and they've just built a really class shelter. You know, and if I do a 10-week program with them, they sleep in those shelters at the end. You know what I mean? Like, so we do a camp out, and they'll sleep in the shelters, and they'll sleep outside on the ground. You know, which is, for me and for my kids, Happy New Year, Saws. For me and my kids, that's fairly standard. A lot of these kids haven't even, you know, a lot of the kids coming to Red Branch wouldn't even have slept in tents before. Do you know? Never mind sleeping outside on the ground in a forest. Do you know? So it's crazy. It's crazy. It's cool. You know, it opens their eyes. You know, for a lot of kids, even just peeing outside in the, you know, is a big thing. You know, especially for the girls. You know, well, I have a toilet, at composting toilet, like, but it's fairly open. You know. It's like it's made in between 3 trees. It's not a proper structure. It's good, Rob. It's good because I made it that way. To tell you the truth, it took me 9 months of working in PayPal to realize that I was not that person. I had, you see, I had worked in the ambulance service before answering 999 calls, and I really enjoyed that job. And it you know, it's in me to help people, if that makes sense. You know, so when I was working in PayPal, I had to get somebody on the phone and off the phone in a certain amount of time. You know, but to me, that shouldn't have happened. If I was there in to do that job, the time that person was on the phone. Yes. So I was an emergency dispatch, is what you call it. 911. So I was answering 911 calls. So for ambulance service. So in Ireland, it's split into 3 different. So it's fire, ambulance, and police. Whereas I think in America, they're all combined to one. So emergency medical dispatch is what was an emergency medical dispatch officer is what it was called. But yeah, it was good crack. Interesting. Horrific. Interesting. But it's one of those things. Just one of those phases through my life. I have a dog scraping somewhere. Give me 1 second. Guys, take a pee break. I'll be back. What is the pockets? Come on. Oh, where now? Where's Mom? Okay. No, do you want to come up, Lily? Come on, Pops. Come on, Peter. Come on. Bring him up off the... Yeah. Bring him, get up off the floor. I'm going to open this door. It is roasting. Okay?
Dad, come on. Dad,
What?
come on.
I'm coming. Stop it, Dad. Stop it. No. Go sit down.
We have €16 and 28.
Yes, Indiana Doug. Hi. Hello. We're going to try and stay up for New Year's. Get up on my seat. Just go get your own seat. We're going to try and stay up for New Year's Eve.
Hi, Papa and Franco.
And I was talking to them already. They've gone to bed.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yes.
Oh no.
Yes. Well, I just had to let the dogs out. Evie, come upstairs a second. There's somebody here I want you to say hello to. Please. You say hello, Lily.
Hello?
Evie. Sorry, guys. I had to run up and down them stairs there, letting dogs in and out of stuff. No, come on, away. So, sorry, Buckin. Evie she won't come back up the stairs. But she's wondering, did you get her her Christmas card? Has it arrived yet? Probably not.
Wait, what? Didn't Evie send a Christmas card to Buckin?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Kellyanne. Yesterday.
Kellyanne. Oh, excellent. Cool. So, that's Evie drew that picture herself. There you go. So she is downstairs and she won't come up. I think she's all YouTubed out, isn't she?
I was watching a series of unfortunate events on Netflix.
Series of unfortunate events on Netflix. There you have it.
And
advertisement.
I'm watching something as well. It's The Deep on Netflix, and it's actually quite good.
Oh, is it?
But it's for like 7-year-olds.
Lily's 11 now.
Oh, and I watched Peppa Pig as well.
Some things you just shouldn't admit. Lily's really into Peppa Pig. Like hours and hours of Peppa Pig. Hours and hours.
And Horrible Histories. I love Horrible Histories.
So
that's the best thing.
Tell me this, guys. Quickly off the top of your head. Let's look at, off the top of my head, highlights of Woolly's World for 2020. What do you think? No problem, John.
Wait.
That's my face. Why are you touching my
How
face?
do you get the live shot?
What are you doing?
Happy New Year, Buckin.
Bruno!
Bruno!
Really? Really? Leaky roof. The beach has been a big thing, and the beach.
Wait, can I show them my axe?
Yeah. And I tell you what happened at the same time. One minute on my own t-shirt. Splitter Wars, guys. Splitter Wars was a big thing for the channel. Big thing. I think maybe I gained like 700 subscribers from Splitter Wars or something like that. The first one, the very first one, Splitter Wars 2020. The second Splitter Wars, not so good. Bruno, Bruce, and Lily. Yeah. I tell you, the second Splitter Wars I struggled with. I struggled with getting my head around it. I struggled with the physicality of it. You know, it took me a long time to get over it. There was other things going on. There was the coming off the prescription medication and stuff like that, and the whole fibromyalgia issues and stuff as well. All sort of came to a peak at the time of Splitter Wars 2.0. So, Splitter Wars was tough. The first one was excellent. I'd never been involved in that sort of collaboration with different YouTube channels. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of hard to explain. You sort of have a shared purpose. You know, you're all moving towards the same goal. It's a very fulfilling thing to do. It was cool. It was cool, and some of the guys out of that are really cool guys. I'm still very friendly with them, especially Adam from Hometown Acres, guys. He's a good guy, and he just had what do you call him? He just had Mike from Outdoor with the Morgans on his channel. Class. It's great to see. It's really cool to see. Hi, how's it going? Come on, Bruno. Come on, open it.
Come on, Bruno.
Bruno can open the gate. Come on, he's just pretending he can't.
Come on, Bruno. Come on.
Here is.
Good boy.
Listen, Doug. Thanks. That's a really nice comment. But one.
Wait.
One of my kids that comes to Red Branch all the time, just put him down. He come up and stuff. Says to me, he says, "Wally, how come you have to turn everything into a lesson?" I was like, you know, stop asking me questions.
Wait.
Hi from Norway. Cool. Hi.
This
is the axe that we made with Lily for the fancy dress. Step back. Take a step back.
This pin is like fully like proper, but this pin isn't on.
Coats.
Well, yeah.
One coat. Two coats. What we probably should do is we should probably cut it. Stop. Recess it back. Go get that dog out of that bedroom. Guys, I want to show you something really cool, right? It's funny the way things work out, right?
Yeah.
So
Right now.
did you? Good jackets. Good jackets. Guys, right? So this is a rental house, right? But what happened is so my buddy owns this house, right? And I've known him a long time. And when he converted this attic, he exposed all these beams, and he actually got me when I was about 16 or so. So I carved all these beams for him.
Wait, there's some more as well.
I carved all these Celtic symbols on the beams for him when he converted the attic. Now we'll go in here. There's more if I can find them. This is the spare room.
Hi, my Bruno boy. That's also our
So,
toilet.
I remember doing these and them taking such a long time.
Wait, Savini. Wait.
No, we're not looking at toys. Look at all the Sylvanian families. Right, Bruno, out.
All of them.
Weird, isn't it? So it's weird how things work out. It's weird how things work out. The Frankensaw, I think, is more than this year's old. I think I had him in 2019. Bruno, up,
Chop,
up, up and say hello, Bruno. Come on, up. Look, don't be shy about coming up now when you're up all the time. There's Bruno for you. Bruno, look.
Look, Bruno, who is that?
No, don't eat that. Don't eat that.
I wanna.
Floki with the carvings. Who's Floki?
It's Floki.
Shepherds
so
are nice.
the German Shepherd.
He's nice, isn't he?
Bruno!
German Pointer.
No, Bruno.
I think Wooly is the reason why Bruno exploded this year. Oh, from Vikings. Yeah. I get you. Yeah. Yes.
Wait, was it not? Would it not be Loki? Cause wait, no. But no,
Bruno.
Yeah,
Bruno. Get down. Go on. He's an awful ages. It's roasting up here. It's about 1,000,000 degrees Celsius. So, shh, Lily, this is my life. With the 181, I'm not sure. It's not my saw. There is a lot of work with long-haired dogs. Yes. Bruno sheds. The other two dogs we have don't shed, but they need to be clipped. The 181, guys, the Husky is not mine. Right? It's not mine. It's my auntie's saw. It is.
Oh my god.
She has 3 chainsaws. It's a Mary's chainsaw. So it is a British Army. Lily.
I'm singing.
Stop singing. This is my life. Every time I try to do something, I have a child singing behind me. So, yeah, it's my auntie saw, guys, and I would say if I get it running, you know, it'll probably go up for sale, and that would be the height of it. So, and I don't know. I've heard crazy numbers with those saws, like thousands of pounds, £1,000, not thousands of pounds. Sorry, Lily, that's enough. So I've heard.
Okay, I'm gonna go downstairs.
What's a Banshee XD?
No.
What's a Banshee XD?
Yeah.
XD is a laughing face.
Look.
No, don't.
Look. That's the mouth. That's the eye.
Oh, getting schooled here. Yes, a Banshee. I get you. Yes, I do. I have 3 of them. One's 6, one's 11, and one's going to be an undisclosed age this year. Apparently they use them for racing saws or something, Doug. I don't know. I saw one for sale a little while ago, like 3 years ago, and the guy was looking €1,000 for it, and it was exactly the same saw. They're running and all, but I'm not even sure if this one runs. It was on Facebook, and I got talking to him on Facebook, and a thread started, and I said, well, I actually have one of those saws sitting in a shed somewhere. No problem, John. Excellent. Good night. Happy New Year. And he said, you know, I had people. This was before I had the saw in my hand, and it was my auntie's saw, and me and my auntie had been talking about it before I got the Frankensaw, because I was considering buying that. And you know, I had people offering me 500 quid for that saw. I didn't even have it in my hand. I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know if it ran or anything. And I told them that, and they were saying, no, I'll you know, 500. I said, no, it's not mine. It's not mine. So, apparently so. But apparently back maybe 20 years ago when my uncle picked it up, you could get them for nothing. There was loads of them, loads and loads of them, and they came in a big wooden box, a big green wooden box. British Army issue Electrolux Husqvarna 181. It says Electrolux on it, I think.
Bruno, you calling him?
Bruno, down. Right, Lily, downstairs.
I'm gonna go watch TV.
Lily's gonna go watch TV, and we're gonna keep. Bruno, downstairs. Take him with you, Lily.
Bruno.
Good dog. He's very well behaved.
No, it's not.
Not the child, the dog.
Ow, Bruno, you're gonna knock me off.
Yeah, so the Frankensaw was a big one.
Good boy, Bruno.
Excellent choice in the movie. Yippee-ki-yay. Yippee-ki-yay, Kimosabi, as they say on ITV. Dracula, thank you very much. Happy New Year, and thanks for all your support. So, it is I don't know. I'd love to get it out for a rip. I'd be hopeful that the consumables from the Frankensaw would fit it. The 28 bar anyway that I have, or maybe the chain. I think there's the 24. I think there is a 24 bar on it, and it looks like the original bar that came with the saw as well. It's like a sort of a drab grey military color Husqvarna blade for it, you know. So, but the chain's wrecked, you know. Chain's wrecked. I would definitely need to get a chain. Need to figure out the pitch and stuff and get that sorted. But I need to see what my auntie wants to do with it. Hopefully I could get it going and get a couple of reps on the channel for it. And sorry, can't finish the cabin, guys, because I spent all my money on a new saw. I would like to buy a new saw, but $390 or $395. I don't even know if I would have any use for it, but I would like one. Here's the thing. Tell me this. No, there was no box for it, Doug. I never had a box for it. My uncle never had the box for it, as far as I know. But I have, you know, I've researched it before, and I've looked into it, and they come in this big wooden box, you know, like a stackable crate. It's just, but it's funny that the British Army got Husqvarna. Do you know what I mean? But I suppose there's not really any English make of chainsaws, is there? Which is strange in itself. But it's cool, isn't it? Like, you know, like somebody was saying a stealth chainsaw, you know, military green chainsaw. What is the point, you know? So it's a camouflage chainsaw. You know, oh yeah. What is that noise up there? It's nothing. I don't see anything, you know. I thought if the military really wanted to clear trees very quickly, they would just drop a daisy cutter or something, you know. Some sort of bomb that goes off just above ground level and would flatten everything. So it would make more sense to me, like they used to do in Vietnam and stuff. Yeah. Well, I used to say that, you know, that saw, it doesn't actually cut down trees. You don't need to use that. You don't even need to turn that saw on. You just pick it up and you walk up and you show it to a tree, and the tree falls over in fright. Shakes all its leaves off on the way down, delimbs itself and everything, stacks them all up for you nice and neat, and rings itself. That would be amazing. No, it wouldn't actually. It'd be crap. It would be no fun at all. No fun at all. Yeah, so guys, I got a fair few more videos still coming out. I haven't recorded any videos in like 10 days. So, no, I lie. I recorded one about 2 days ago. I'm hoping to get out for a winter camp out soon. Very cold. I'd say it was about -8 here last night. Very, 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 very cold. Like we have a couple of things out the back for that the dogs drink the water out of. I've already shown it to him. I showed him the pictures today. Yeah, very cold, boy. And it like we have these big buckets that the dogs drink water out of, and they're about a foot deep, you know, foot by foot, big Hultafors buckets, frozen into a solid lump of ice, like a pure solid lump of ice. It's cool. We got some sledding today, so it was good fun. I recorded a little bit of footage, but the battery died, so it was crazy. It wasn't crazy at all. We had like the tiniest amount of snow, you know, and I do a lot of snow chasing videos, guys, because I love the snow, because we don't get it, and it's like, here it is. This is the way it works, right? I know you guys. So if I get up at any morning during the winter and there is snow, no matter what day it is, if the kids are supposed to be at school, cancel school. No school. We're going out in the snow and we play in the snow. Even if we play for 20 minutes, an hour, whatever, that's it. Out, play in the snow, come back in, hot chocolate, marshmallows, all that stuff. Let them sit in front of the fire for the day, whatever. Doesn't matter. Because, you know, everybody remembers their snow days. They're really, really cool snow days. So I think that's important. And you know, like, and we've been out there at 9:15 in the morning, and out in the backfield. There's a hill in the backfield there, and you have all these people driving past, taking their kids to school and all. You know, from up our lane. It's not a road. It's just a lane because there's houses up it, and you can see all the kids like pressed to the window of the car driving past. You know, look at us sledging down the hill. Aye. Yeah, and it's good. The girls are getting to an age now where they're enjoying it, you know. It's good crack. Yes, some days. We went out for a walk yesterday and it was freezing, boy, freezing. Real beautiful sunny day, like, but absolutely freezing. And we have some pretty horrific conditions in the mountains here. And Daniel, how's it going? You're welcome, buddy. We have some pretty horrendous conditions in the mountains here, and we basically have a population of idiots, you know. So I thought, you know, I would follow along with the different mountain rescue teams and stuff like that, because I was in the mountain rescue team when we lived over in Mayo, and the local mountain rescue team here had 6 call-outs yesterday. No, sorry, 5 call-outs yesterday, all at the one time, you know. So they're dealing with one call-out, they get called out to something else, and then call out to something else, and call out to something else. You're talking about people being rescued off mountains who should not even have left the house in the first place. Yes, I did. I lived on Ackle Island for 15 years. 2021 will be better. Of course, everything's always better. You just get better at things and everything will always be okay. You just got to believe. Oh, Jesus, Rob, man. Unreal. Volunteers. Guys, mountain rescue here in Ireland, we're all volunteers. Nobody gets paid to get and use it, you know. So, you know, and those guys every year, 365 days a year. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, like, and they get no support from the government. In Ireland, they get no support from the government. There's no funding or anything like that. So you should always support them. You should always support them if you get the chance. But if you're in the hill walking and stuff, someday they could save your life. And that's the God's honest truth. And I've been involved in things where we have saved people's lives, like so. We didn't get to fly around in helicopters all that much, but we did it sometimes. Yeah, it was good fun. It was good fun, actually. A good group of people, and yeah, it can be tough at times, but sure. That's you know what you're getting into. You know what you're getting into. It must have just turned 10 o'clock because my phone changed color. But yeah. So, and guys, somebody who was rescued yesterday Snapchatted the ordeal, and I don't know. I'm not even going to talk about that. I'm not going to pass judgment on anybody. That's just not the right thing to do. So, 2021, guys, what do you reckon? 10,000 subs. Woolly's World is going to get 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. Yes, I agree, Rob. I agree. I would love to hit 10,000 subs by 2021. By the end of 2021. YouTube is weird like that because it's not really about having loads of subscribers, but it's you sort of feel like it is as well. Do you know what I mean? It's strange, you know. I experiment on this channel all the time, guys, and every so often I'll do a wee video about it. Doug, you might be interested in this with your background and stuff. So since we were locked down in March, April, and since I got all that firewood, all the beach and stuff like that, I have been doing. Thank you. I've been uploading at least one video a day, right? And it's an experiment. And here's the thing, guys, right? I really enjoy it, and not creating content for a couple of days, I sort of feel like something's missing. You know, it's weird. It's hard to describe. So, like, I don't record a video and then upload it, and then record a video the next day and then upload it that day. So I will go down to Red Branch and I will do a couple of different projects and I will record 4 videos. right? And I will upload them. So I have videos sitting ready to come out now until the 7th of January. Okay, so if you're into draw knives and stuff and woodworking, tomorrow's video is me working, basically making a solid oak door frame, door jamb. I don't know what you would call it. The upright on a door, taking it from square to roundish. And I was thinking to myself when I was doing this, this is the most relaxing thing I've ever done in my life. And then I went back to edit the footage. And there was like an hour and a half of footage of me just sitting on a beam with a drawing knife going like that. Do you know what I mean? So, and it's just weird like that, you know. That's just the way I work, and I enjoy it. So I'm hoping that I'll continue that to March. Right, and then I'll be able to go back and look at all my statistics on my YouTube and see what was it worth it and stuff like that. And then what I'm thinking of doing, or I might even do this quicker, is I might a lot of people would say to me, I know I touched on this earlier, but a lot of you guys mightn't have been on. A lot of people would say, oh well, you need to focus on one thing. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I know. And I don't make a lot of money at all. Like, I think in the last 3 months I've made about 80 euros a month for the last 3 months, and that is the first time since I started 5 years ago that I have been paid in consecutive months, if that makes sense. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of niching down. So what that means is that instead of being all over the place, I'm going to focus on one type of content for a certain amount of time. But that's only if you guys are interested in that. Like, and I've put this out to subscribers before in a poll. Guys, you know that if you haven't clicked the bell notification, you don't have access to the community section of the channel. And that's where I post up like behind the scenes stuff and polls and different things, you know, so you have your say, and it's a wee bit more interactive. And so I was thinking of just sticking to one niche, because people will say to me, Wally, if you focused on one thing, your channel would probably hit the growth targets that we all think it should be hitting, you know. So that is firewood gets a lot of views. I'm surprised, you know. No, I'm not actually, because I watch them. Do you know what I mean? And this is the thing about me and Wally's World, is that I put out videos that I like to watch. I don't mean that I sit at home watching my own videos over and over again. I mean that, like, you know, I watch chainsaw videos, I watch bushcraft videos. There's certain types of videos that I find absolutely mesmerizing. You see, gear and knives, Matthew, you see, that's the thing as well. Like, so I do bushcraft, I do gears and knives, I do chainsaws, I do firewood, you know. So you would think that I would have 10,000 subscribers from each. Doesn't work like that. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. But listen, it's all an experiment, you know. Eventually, somebody you just hit on the magic formula, and shoo, you know. Yeah, Doug, that was me for a long time. Like, I was demonetized for 3 years basically when they changed it to the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours a year or something, I think. So I was monetized for a year and then demonetized for 3 years. So I've only been monetized for a year and a bit, I think. So it's, yeah, and that's the thing. And people complain about it, guys, but at the end of the day, it's we don't own it, you know. It's YouTube, you know. So, and it does, the way I look at it, it gives me this amazing opportunity, right? And it gives people like me an amazing opportunity to get on here, talk absolute crap to people all over the world. Do you know what I mean? It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Listen, And you know, I'm Irish. We're all basically performers at heart. You know, we all have that thing in us. You know, we all enjoy it. You know, so it's a wonder the whole entire population. Yeah, thanks, Rob. It's a wonder the entire population. Yeah, EDC is a big one. EDC is a big one. I've done EDC videos in the past, and I'm into EDC, and you know, so look, there's a torch in my pocket at the minute. This is my my 2020 EDC knife, definite win. That's a beauty there. So that's a Kershaw Oh So Sweet. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Lovely knife. Oh, gorgeous knife. I just tidied it up and it was covered in silicone. Oh, the cabin, guys. You are caught up on the cabin. There's no more videos coming out. There's no more videos coming out on the cabin. It's the last video you saw where I was doing where I was putting the tongue and groove on the front. I sort of stopped there. So the little short 5-minute video that I did the other day, guys, that was about 2 weeks after I had gone and tied everything together. So this is what I have discovered, right? So this is your galvanized or your tin sheet, right? And this is so there's two basically. So one sits over the top like that and it overlaps it, right? And the water is supposed to run straight down off like this. Now this top sheet is not supposed to have the non-drip membrane back up to about here, okay? Because it wicks. The water will run down, it'll touch the non-drip membrane and it'll wick back up it, and that's the way that membrane works, okay? So the water is wicking in through the non-drip membrane. So that non-drip membrane is supposed to be burnt off if they're to be overlapped. I didn't know that until recently, but apparently, you know, and that's something I found online, guys. So it was a friend of mine who does a bit of timber framing and stuff, and he's a tree surgeon as well. He said, Wally, go inside the cabin, get a marker, get a Sharpie, and draw along where your overlap is. Take that roof off and peel all that stuff off, and then put it back on and silicone it. He says the water will be leaching back up that, and it's also coming in from the outside the same way. One of many access points for water, I'm afraid. So but if I think about it too much, I'll go down and I'll burn the cabin to the ground and I'll start again. Do you know, so it's just one of these things, guys. Jeff, how's it going? Thank you very much, and the same to you. Happy New Year, guys. I know, Doug, I know. So it's like, it's just one of these things. Like, I was down in the cabin the other day. I was actually building a bushcraft shelter. I just decided just thought, right, hopefully I'll get to sleep out in it soon, do a bit of winter camping. But I don't know when I'm going to get back down to finish it. Like, I put 4 hours on it the last day, and it doesn't really seem like there's much done. It's a little bit different from what I normally do. So, Triffid, Happy New Year to you, buddy. It must be 2021 where you are. Yes, it is. Of course it is in Australia. See Wally trying to think now about times. So that's what I was doing the other day. So but when I went into the cabin, it wasn't any wetter than it had been. Do you know what I mean? It actually seemed a wee bit drier, if anything. It's just everything is so wet. But up until January in Western Europe, geez, we're not even in Europe anymore. in Ireland is wet. January, February, March is dry. Okay, drier. You can't necessarily say dry. Drier. Yeah, Roddy, do you know, it's funny. Somebody else said the same. Pat, how's it going? Guys, I have always showed my cock-ups. I always have. And I think it is important. I think it is super important. There's not one of us is Superman. There's not one of us goes out and nails something first time to do it. Do you know what I mean? Making mistakes is how you learn. That's it. You know, it's as simple as that. If there's somebody watching along making a cabin, you know, it's probably not happening, but just for example, if somebody is watching and going, wow, Woody's building the cabin. I always wanted to build a cabin. And this is what I've done. You know, I've watched Sean James and build his cabin and stuff, and I want a cabin, you know, but I've just got around to doing it, and obviously stopped watching people who could build stuff. But you know, I want that person, if they're watching along and maybe I have inspired them to do something, I want them to watch mine and say, oh, hang on a second, Wally did it like this and it didn't work, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, you save that person a bit of time and you save that person a bit of money. Bushcraft and stuff, man, I made massive failures, you know, not like life or death failures or anything like that, but I made, you know, I didn't do it, you know, I didn't do it properly, and I learned from those mistakes. So, you know, that's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all about. More like fumbling through life, Pat. Fumbling my way through life and generally trying to stay positive. That's pretty much it. And I like hitting stuff with an axe. Buckin has his stand up and Buck. Wooly has his I like hitting stuff with an axe. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Guys, YouTube is a cool thing. Yeah, Pat, you need to take it easy. One more back break and I'm sure that's Shayab, thank you very much. Oh man. Thank you. Happy New Year to you. Drink responsibly. Waiting for good weather. Jesus. Saws. I like saws. Where are you? Where are you from? Let's talk about good weather. It's tough. Weather's tough, boy. Weather's tough when you're starting to get into your mid-40s and everything hurts longer than it used. Oh, Leitrim. Oh, Jesus. Sure, you know all about it over in Leitrim. Hey, plenty of timber over there anyway. Whereabouts in Leitrim? I have not spent a lot of time in Leitrim. My wife would have. Drumshambo. There's great weather in Leitrim. Yes, there is. Yeah, same as the rest of us, eh? Great weather inside the house with the heat on. Ballinamore. I don't know it. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Pat. That's it. You just gotta roll with them, don't you? So what's everybody's big plans now for 2021? Just survive. Oh, hang on. We don't make plans for 2021. I generally don't make plans. Sometimes, or do I? Day to day, I don't really make plans. I will sort of have a general plan. Oh, buy a new tractor. I'd love a tractor. I'd love a compact tractor. It would be immensely handy to me at Red Branch. But I think once I got a compact tractor, I'd start thinking to myself, now I have a tractor. Now I need more land. Need to find. I always reckoned about 20 acres of land. Nice wee farm or something like that. What sort of axes are you reconditioning axes, Roddy? I know I've seen some of your pictures. Tell me this. Where'd you get your heads from, Roddy? I find it nearly impossible to find any decent heads here. It's in County Leitrim, Doug. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, really? eBay in the UK? That's cool. eBay, I have some. Thank you very much, Michael. 10k coming your way. I like it. Ballinamore, Doug, is sort of southwest of Ireland. Not far from where I used to live in Mayo. So it's inland. No, it's not. Are you on the Atlantic? Happy New Year. Zeroy Z. Not very good at pronouncing that one, I have to say. I don't know, Daniel. I don't know if I will, to tell you the truth. I need to up my physical game. I struggled. The main problem with me and Splitter Wars, to tell you the truth, Daniel, is that I don't have access to thank you for the love from Sweden. I don't have access to the same amount and different species of wood that the other guys have. You know, so well, fair play to you. So what, you know, like the Splitter Wars is very specific, right? And oh, you're just out of Seattle, Washington State. Some of my favorite bands. Bruno, are you coming up the stairs to see me? You know, I am straight. Thank you very much for asking. Okay, so in 1 hour. What time is it? Oh, Jesus, it's 20 past 10. Guys, I'll have to cut this one short, or not short. We'll have to end this one soon. Yeah, so Splitter Wars. Conor McGregor. Never heard of her. No, only joking. Conor McGregor was the biggest thing that come out of Ireland here a little while ago. And he just sort of, I don't know, he just sort of, I was never really into that MMA and stuff like that, but Jesus, he did awful well for himself. But then he just sort of, there's what, well, Rob put it better than I could there. Yeah, he sort of let himself down a bit as far as the Irish public were concerned. Daniel, it's access to timber is my main issue within the time frame that they said. I don't know any drag queens. Mark, take it easy. He is a good fighter, very good fighter. I think maybe he just stretched. I think he just stretched himself a wee bit too thin, and I think maybe he retired a little bit too early. I think maybe he could come back. My God, you know, some of his early fights, you know, one punch, but you know, like no matter what was going on in the fight, he just waited and waited and waited and waited and waited, and then there's just one punch. In these fights, he just crippled those guys, you know. Oh, no way. Trolling a live feed? No, I don't think so. Can't be. But what is whack and stack? Whack and stack. Do I say whack 'em and stack 'em a lot? Who knows what whack 'em and stack 'em is? All you old school rock and roll heavy metal fans, whack 'em and stack 'em. Conor McGregor. He could be watching. Don't be saying that. He'll come to my house and knock the crap out of me. So, whack 'em and stack 'em. Do I say whack 'em and stack 'em in videos? Is that why that question was asked? Pat. Is it? Pat, I'm waiting for you. Yeah. There's that, isn't there? There is the showbiz and stuff like that. And Rob, he's from around your area, isn't he? He's from Dublin, isn't he? So I know you're from Wicklow. Am I getting that right? Or are you from Derry? No, I definitely didn't. Pat, talk about fire. What are you going to do? I saw a competition between a bunch of guys with access and malls. Right, I lost you there, Pat. I don't know what you're on about there. Yes, sorry, Rob. Yeah, I thought you were there. Yeah. I am super famous in my own mind. Yeah. It's funny. I have been recognized. Just sort of stealing our idea. Guys, I was trying to do this Let's Split This thing, this men's mental health series. It sort of died a bit of a death. I would like to sort of reenact or sort of bring that back to life and get that going. So that's maybe something I could look at in the future. I had been chatting to a couple of people about it, a couple of big channels, trying to get them involved and all. And it's hard, you know. It's hard when you think you have a brilliant idea to get awareness out about a certain thing and people just aren't really that interested, you know. So it's hard to stay motivated at times like that. But I tell you what I am going to do right now is I'm going to leave that for this evening, guys. It has been 1 hour and 25 minutes at this moment in time. I'm wrecked from talking. Who would have thunk it, eh? Wooly would get tired from talking. Who's too down to earth? Oh, me? Thought you meant Conor McGregor. You can see Wooly swanning about in his Chrysler with all his fur coats and everything. It's fake fur. It's fake fur. Thanks, Rob. Right, hang on, Pat. Sorry, I missed that again. Oh, go away, go away. Doug, I would like to. It's something I've been thinking about lately, and I've never approached anybody. No, actually, I did. I approached somebody yesterday, believe it or not, but I don't know if anything will come from that. And I'm not going to name any names, but it would be cool. The problem being, guys, is that I'm in Ireland, you know, so there's yeah. Bad. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I like saws. Good night. Happy New Year to you, buddy. The problem being is location, right? So the logistics of it, of a collaboration, you know, all the people that I am friendly with that do sort of similar videos and stuff, you guys are all in the States, you know, or you're in Canada or something like that, and it's sort of hard to come up with a plan. That's why Splitter Wars worked so well, because it was an individual thing that was all uploaded at the same time. So I would say the best way for me to do that'd be a good collaboration, wouldn't it? Me and Conor McGregor, yes. Willie, yes, I'm collaborating with Conor McGregor. What are you going to do? Well, first video, we're splitting wood with an axe. Second video, he's battering me around the ring for about 14 seconds, because that's as long as I would last. I look fantastic in the dress, Roddy. So I think maybe like a challenge type collaboration might be best, I think. Collaborations, I don't know, like they get your channel out there to a different audience, you know, so which is always good. Oh, excellent, Daniel, excellent. Yeah, of course, guys. Back 40 Firewoods is another. I'm sure you guys are subscribed to him anyway. So I have no problem if you guys, if I'm doing a live feed and there's somebody else is doing a live feed, guys. If you want to tell me, as long as it's relevant, do you know what I mean? You know, Buckin's doing a live feed. He's going live in 20 minutes. You know, I'll say, right, guys. You know, Buckin's going live after this. I'm going to cut it short. Because, you know, for the likes of me with 4,000 subscribers to try and compete with Buckin on a live stream is just crazy. There's no point, you know. I'm sure there's 11 people online now watching this, and I'm sure every one of you is a Buckin Billy Ray subscriber, you know. So that's the way you got to look at it. So, and actually before I went live today, I was downstairs. I was just coming up to do the test, and I just flicked on. I had the computer on because I was trying to set up the good camera instead of using my phone like I am. And it was like I got a notification. Bell Hopper has gone live, and I was like, no. But what can you do? Hey, what can you do? You just gotta go with it, and you just gotta enjoy it. And that should be your New Year's resolution, guys. You just gotta go with the flow, and you just gotta enjoy it. And how was it? You know what I mean, guys. You know what I mean. Like, but listen, I'm all about supporting each other, and that's just the way it is. And I have no problems shouting out people, you know, and you know, and shouting out the smaller guys, or the people who or bigger guys, or the people. I would like to see that, actually. Believe it or not, Pat, that is something that we have, myself and Buckin have discussed in the past. But you never know. You never know. These people. No, it's not. Right? It's put it like this, right? It's very easy for me to come up with an idea and think, right, that's an absolutely fantastic idea. I am going to go. I think we should do this together. This would be absolutely amazing. Ross, Happy New Year. And the thing is, they could have a million things on. Do you know what I mean? So it's hard to know. It's hard to know. Just got to keep plugging away, smiling, happy, and roll with it. So yes, I am open for collaborations, and yes. Oh, did you? Send me the link, hey. Send me the link, Daniel. Guys, listen, if you want, you can look me up on Facebook as well. There's a Woolies World Facebook page, and there's also my own personal page as well. The splitting with the mental health thing, I actually found, I actually thought was pretty cool. I did it on my own, and I tagged a couple of channels. And one being Adam from Hometown Acres, and that's how me and him were sort of friendly at the time. And I tagged Adam in that one, and it was Adam actually told me about Splitter Wars, and that's how that all came about. So Adam took up on the challenge, and a couple of other guys took up on the challenge as well, and it actually got as far as, oh, I can't think of his name. I used to watch him all the time. Hang on. Okay. Happy New Year, Bucky. Bucky. Stephen, sorry. Happy New Year. I can't remember your man's name. I think he's actually really ill now. He's somewhere out in the Midwest. He splits a lot of firewood. Really nice. Oh, what's his name? Guys, if you go onto YouTube and you type in hashtag let's split this, all one word, the whole thing will come up. Well, that's what it was, Roddy. The whole thing was, what the whole idea behind it was how I find splitting wood beneficial for my mental health, right? So the whole plan was, it's called Let's Split This because a problem shared is a problem halved, you know, so let's split this, halving your problem, stuff like that. Okay, so that's what I was thinking. That's where that whole line came into it. So basically what I did was I sat down, I talked a little bit about mental health that have killed themselves, okay, and how we need to end that cycle, and that how manual labor is good for the soul, what be it digging a hole, you know, building something, you know, smashing stuff with a sledgehammer, or splitting firewood. It's good for your mind and it's good for your soul. So that's where that whole idea came about, guys. It was an open invitation, but I tagged 3 people. So and Adam was the only one who took me up on it. So if you guys would like to take up the let's split this, yeah, Doug, it's a really good. I thought it was a really good idea. I just couldn't get the people. Like all it needs is one big channel to take it. You know, just one channel to do that. To do it and talk about it and send it out there. You know, if you think about, right, if you look at maybe, I get maybe 100 views on a video in the first 24 hours, right? If you look at someone, listen, I want to say Buckin because he's the biggest channel I know. Like Buckin, you know, thousands, 30,000 views in 24 hours, 40,000 views or whatever it is. Thank you very much, Floater. You too. Guys, you keep pulling me back into this. I said half an hour ago I was going to end this live stream, and now look at this. I'm going to go. I'm going to talk to the kids. Tom Cruise Last Samurai. I don't get that at all. But listen, guys, if you like, Kieran, thank you very much. Guys, if you like or you are interested in the idea, Roddy, you too, okay, if you're interested in the idea of the let's split this, okay, let's split this, look it up on YouTube, see what the crack is. Do it. Just do it. Hashtag it, let's split this. Talk about mental health. Talk about your own issues if you want. You don't bloody have to. Talk about how important it is for men to talk and not just kill ourselves. Do you know what I mean? You know, and that's the basics of it, guys. That's the basics of it. Best plans are the simple ones. Good man. Doug, feel free, man. Do it. Do it. Guys, stay frosty. Happy New Year to all you beautiful people. Thank you very much, very, very much for being part of my world for the last 5 years. Onwards and upwards. Stay frosty.